have a good physics. Then you should have a sound mind. You should be able to interpret what is going around you. And you should have a good heart. See, the first two things if you have, and the third thing if you don't have, that is a real rider. So as and when we acquire knowledge, you should acquire the wisdom also how to make use of the knowledge for the needy people of this country. In fact, we are all assembled here. Probably the kind of potential what you people are having, you will be able to, you might have chosen some other path for your career and you would have grown up also. But you have not chosen that, and you have chosen to be with the government. And we are serving the public in an indirect way. Probably a very highly resourceful person who is there with us to motivate us in all the realm of our, what you call the soul, spirit and body. Dr. Sasikumar, the floor is yours. And as scheduled, it is from 9 to 11:15 with a short tea break. And 11:30, the next session is expected to start. But after talking to Dr. Sasikumar, see the kind of content what he is going to deliver you is little voluminous. So I requested him, sir, you can take half an hour more in the second session also. Maybe after the tea break also we can continue up to 12 o'clock. I'll join you by 12 o'clock like that. I requested him. He has kindly consented. I think you are going to be more benefited out of his lecture here. And don't take it as a lecture. It should be interactive. And as I advised you yesterday morning itself, you should stop whenever there is a needy or healthy discussion to happen. Thank you. Have a good day. The floor is yours.
Namaskaram to all of you. Namaskaram. Not enough. Namaskaram. Good morning. I made two satellite images and then bring it together, and then you can see using the anaglyph glass, two different colored glasses. We can see from the top with all the topography. And I happen to be the first person who made in India that sort of a map. And the basic lessons was learned in Ahmedabad. I was in Space Application Center with the Srivastava for some time. That is my place where I started after recruitment in Atil. How many of you know Atil? By name you may know it, right? By name? Yeah. By name we know. It's part of Department of Space but not funded by Department of Space. And I happen to be the first direct recruitment in Department of Space in that place. I'm the first direct recruitment. Many other people came from different centers. And we were basically doing mapping, software development for mapping and all that. So I was there for last 20 years. 14 days back I took my retirement. Just 14 days, old child, you know. My wife is still continuing there. She's heading the digital mapping section. I was heading maybe digital mapping section 8 to 10 years back. I have some personal attachment to this course because as 1992 or 93 we had a registrar, very dynamic registrar, probably you know, or if you don't know you ask your seniors, MPR Panikar. Yeah, he happened to be my registrar when I was scientist SC. As soon as I joined during that time, he was the person who recruited.
He was the person who made norms also.
Yes. And for all the norms and the HRD project, first ever in ISRO was done by MPR Panikar. And he went around all the centers and interviewed most of the senior officers. And that's the first HRD project of ISRO. Fortunately or unfortunately, he kept it aside for 2 years. And all those papers I took out, started reading at night, and then made a document out of it. So I was the person who made the document to support MPR Panikar. And that's where I started.
In ISRO, that culture has to go a little bit. I mean, that's the only worst culture I could see with my experience.
And
Those who grow, suddenly they get dropped.
and I found that the HRD project was quite useful, and that's how I got interest in HRD. MPR Panikar was my guru for that. It's so interesting to read how ISRO people look at ISRO. There are a few good questions that eminent scientists of ISRO were interviewed and asked, do you like your son or daughter to be part of ISRO? They said no. So that is the fun which we had. I enjoyed, and then I wanted to make it as a document. I kept going to different administrative staff college, talking to different senior faculties on HRD. I had the blessings of Panikar. And then probably that's where I thought I will do an MBA in HRD. After that I did an MBA in HRD. And it so happened when the project of HRD, we have to complete that MBA with a project report. So generally people do academic. I thought I will do something related to ISRO again. And I did a knowledge management project of ISRO. And that time I requested E.K. Kutty, you may know E.K. Kutty, he was Deputy Director PP and PM to be my guide. And he said, no, we can't do a distance project. I had a wonderful director that time, Garg. He was ex-SAC. And he consented to me, you can travel to Bangalore headquarters anytime. So it was almost like a deputation for me, unofficial deputation for me to ISRO headquarters, and I lived in ISRO headquarters 8 months. And that project, that time Sridhara Murthy was the scientific secretary, and we got a paper published. And that's my interest which I have in HRD and knowledge management of ISRO and all that. I think during that time only there was a proposal for giving training for such people. So I suggested it should not be in one training center, let's keep it in different places so that you can see different centers. And that is what started for the scientist SC. I remember Madhavan and I writing a letter to Kasturirangan during that time. We have a wonderful place in VSSC which is vacant. It can be converted into a training center and all that. I wrote the first note on that saying, no, it should not be in a single place. Again, scientists have to go around all the places, and that's how now the scientists move from Trivandrum to Ahmedabad. I was fortunate to be with many such people, and maybe unfortunate for some time. And then when I went back to Adrin after 8 months, I found that it is not a nice place for me to stay back. Because in ISRO, when you shred your powers of section head or division head and go back, you become a jobless fellow. That's what happened most of the time. And when we get power sometime and then lose power after some time, the people who are powerless on top of you will feel upset sometime. And that's the time when I took a appointment with the University Grants Commission as Director of Academic Staff College, who are training teachers. And first ever in India, a non-teacher, a scientist from Department of Space, being Academic Staff College Director. And generally senior most professors prefer to be that, and they never get it. There is only one more person from an RSA who left to a private university, but I went on UGC. And I was the youngest director ever in India since then. I was 39 years old during that time. Again, when I came back after that deputation, I found it's not a good place to stay again. And I became the director of an academic staff, deputy director, that's the principal director and cabinet secretariat, because Adrin is a place where we don't do any work for Department of Space during those days. So we do it for strategic management for defense applications. And the head of that office is called RAW, R-A-W. You know what's R-A-W? And there is a center called Aviation Research Center, where they used to take pictures on the problematic areas using aircraft and then do interpretation and tell what's happening on the ground. And Adrin started to give the same information using satellite image. And those days when we started, satellite image was not very clear. We were not able to give good information. But today we are able to give nice, good information with good resolution data. And I was the person who trained nearly 300 of such military defense and police people on doing this in their center. And therefore that credit gave me to become a part of that organization, and I was the first ever civilian to become a deputy director of that institute, where only defense people and IPS people work. And I was in the rank of an IG in that office. It was our old 16,400 basic, so that was for 3 years, but I left it in 2 years. I thought it's 20 years, just October to 27th I was completing 20 years, I want to come out of it. It's not just talking about me. What I'm trying to say is, as an extension, when he spoke about, generally I don't speak like this, but coming back to our own home office and happened to be the first official training after this retirement, so I'm slightly sentimental on that part. I was in LPSC Valiamala for some time, and to get into headquarters with E.K. Kuti, somebody wants an introduction. I think it is Shashi Kumar, the controller of VSSC, who introduced me. He's like a close brother to me. And most of the admin staff, I don't know, whoever comes to admin used to be very close to me, because I had a lot of inclination towards administration, because I worked with admin at every committee. There is no single committee which I was not a member. Take it, it is purchase or negotiation or scrapping or canteen or recreation. So everywhere I was there. Yeah. Setting up cooperative society. Imagine setting up an office to start with. People don't know the rules. People don't know what is to be done, how to create. So every step I was there, and we had a lot of freedom and a lot of. I think maybe I am the first person who introduced channel music in the computer labs. We had a wonderful director. I said, no, we have to give channel music to everybody who can listen and then start doing job. And it worked for some time, but next director says, no, it's not correct, and then it's also removed. So it all happens. But I try many innovative things. And that's about me. But I like to know more about you. And how many of you know each other? Not many of you, right?
Yes.
We just landed.
Really a good question given by you, sir. Yesterday I was thinking that somebody will ask us to do
We will do that. That's part of my job. So interpersonal relationship, motivation, communication skill, all that means
I really
that.
appreciate about this topic.
We will do that. We'll do that. That's what I do. Soon after my retirement, second day, I had a wonderful session in Anandapur in Andhra Pradesh, where 3,800 students, 10th, 11th, 12th class students attended my class, and half of them know only Telugu. They don't speak English, but I took class in English. Okay, and that's how I handle the sessions. 3,800 students on a ground for 4 hours, 5 hours continuously without tea break and lunch break. It goes. I take full day sessions on all these stress management courses where I teach meditation and yoga. I am from the Himalayan masters tradition on yoga and pranayama. Okay. I loved that introduction saying that I'm physically fit. I am not sick for the last 20 years. Okay. I don't do anything, or I don't spell anything which I read from textbooks. I only preach what I practice. And I speak from Indian tradition. Western style is what I learned, but I speak from Indian tradition. I have an MS in psychotherapy and counseling, a qualified doctor for treating psychology people.
That's why you started Namaskar.
And I loved your prayer and some interpretations on that. Praying Lord Saraswati and Guru is where we start every session. And
In fact, what happened, that was not the session starting, we were taking some song.
okay,
So by the time you just entered and heard that, it's not the introduction of the
but that was a wonderful music to start.
Because the break we wanted to
Guru is a person who generally we start sessions with a Guru prayer, right? What was that chanted? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri, Gurave Namah. What is continuation on that? Chant. Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. That's a wonderful second sloka which many people do not understand. Ajnana timirandasya. Ajnanam is not having knowledge is like a timiram. Timiram is cataract. Okay. So not having knowledge is having cataract. That means you will see things blur, not very clear. If you have knowledge, things will be clear to you. If something is not clear, it means you don't have knowledge. It's not that things are bad. Only thing you don't have the perception of seeing it. It's so wonderful, one sloka. Jnana Anjana Shalakaya. Anjana means the machine or the ink which you use for putting. Generally ladies use, earlier gents also used to use. It's a kajal, right? Jnana Anjanam. Jnana means knowledge. Knowledge is like a kajal which you put in your eyes so that you will get visibility. It's a wonderful sloka, right? And who gives this Anjanam? That's given by Guru. And Guru is not teaching you, he is only giving you power to see. And you have cataract that is being removed by a small ointment which is to be applied. In poetry, I am a poet. I have 27 poetries written in small book. Give it in the library probably sometime. I don't have sufficient copies. In which generally poets will take lessons what is available in the practice. That's called a simile in language. I started teaching English after my graduation. So you take similes, examples only what is in practice. That means for cataract there was a kajal which was applied and then people get cured. But today we don't have, right? So when we talked about technology development in India, we had good technology in India. We had wonderful knowledge in India. But only thing we lost many in the way.
We don't know how to see it.
We don't know how to read it, how to take it, how to bring it out. That's the only thing. And second one was on Saraswati, right? Yeah. Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge, education. It's wonderful that Saraswati, we had a democratic system in our Indian tradition of faith. Not one God and everybody should believe. We had, if education is required, go to education ministry, and the ministry is Saraswati. If you want money, go to Lakshmi, and if you want strength, you go to Durga, that is Parvati. And it's so wonderful that we had the relatives also as ministers during those days. And therefore the Saraswati's husband happened to be Brahma, and his job is creation. It's not creation, it's creativity. It shows that if you don't have knowledge, you cannot be creative. And if you just keep knowledge and don't become creative, Saraswati will run away. That means your knowledge becomes useless. You will forget things. Unless you use your knowledge, you will not be able to use it. So it's a wonderful simile. And we can interpret each one and slokas which we chant. Whenever I reach somewhere, if the first sloka is there, that's what I used to interpret. Understand the meaning of everything what you do. Then you will enjoy it. You said namaskara. What does namaskara mean? It's not pranam. It's not.
But is the God in your heart and my heart is the one.
That's namaste anyway. Namaskara means na means surrender. So I surrender to you, I said. I said I don't have an ego that I am a teacher and you are a student. And you also said yes, namaskaram. I accept you that we don't have ego. So we have no ego, right?
Yes.
Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Not enough.
Agreed.
All questions, please answer it with a loud noise. Okay? That gives lot of energy. My energy depends on your response. I will never be tired if I talk continuously for hours together or days together without sleep. But if you don't respond, I will feel tired. Every dancer gets energy from the audience. At least 80% of you are energetic and happy. Okay? So please respond. Now I want you to introduce each one of you. Just tell your name and which center you are from. And I just wanted to, you keep twisting your face and see whether you are able to see me wherever I am walking. You are able to see me, right? All of you are able to see me when I walk around?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
That means you can see all part of this row. You can see each one of you. Only thing, you will have to tilt your head, right? Because we are not the crane who can tilt the neck alone. There are some animals those who can tilt the eye alone. There are some animals who can tilt the neck alone, and God has created us not to tilt that. You can tilt your body to some extent and you can see 360 degree. That's how the cone of vision is being tested. If you want to test your eye, the best way is don't tilt yourself. Just tilt your neck like this. You can see one point there. Tilt the neck like this. See the same point. That means your eyesight is perfect. Okay, your neck is working. You have to test it every now and then. It's essential. Now you can see you can see right each other. So you please tell your name in this. You don't have to. Just louder. Everybody should listen.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Shobha. I'm from Department of Space Headquarters.
Headquarters. Which section?
Principal Account Section, and I'm taking care of consolidation of accounts.
Very good morning to all of you. My name is Katyayani. I work to Senior Accounts Officer as Personal Secretary, ISRO Headquarters.
Sharma was there some time back. TSRK Sharma. I was there long back.
Good morning, everyone. I am Violet.
Not for me, for all of you.
I am Violet Antoinette. I am working for.
What is the name?
Violet Antoinette.
Violet and
Antoinette.
Violet. Okay. It's a color. Beautiful color. Violet and new color. There is a joke when somebody says, give me the name of a old animal. Somebody said zebra. Why? Because it's color black and white. Okay.
I am working for ISRO Satellite Center, Bangalore. Working as a personal assistant.
Isaac, I was there when the training happened last 2 years back. I think.
Good morning to all of you. I'm Chandrama. I'm from ISAC. I'm working as a PA to Dr. G. Raju of Megatrophics Projects.
Isaac.
Yes.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Shivaji, Senior Project Assistant. I am working for Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sri Headquarters, Medical and
Just instantaneously. This interpretation I never give. I don't like to repeat what I speak in many places because I love my lecture and I listen to my lecture many times. Now this is going to come as a book. Whatever I give lectures are going to be a book called Life is to Live. That's in writing. Nearly 300 pages are over. Another one is Life Reflections, in which my ideas on life is going to come. In this, when the river flows, it has a name at different places. And many people in Malayalam language, I used to teach Malayalam teachers. In Kerala Varma College, I taught nearly 300 Malayalam professors. Malayalam is a language people have misused it, raped it extensively. If you say, "This class is kolai," you know, no. Class kolamai. Kolam means pond. Okay. If I say the class is kolam, kolam means I have converted this class into a pond. It's like a pond. Pond is where people take bath. Right now, in Malayalam, that means I have spoiled this place. But kolam, pond, is not a place where people spoil it. It's getting purified, right? Okay. If I just tell somebody that in this group, iyalanu chetta. Chetta is a very bad name in Malayalam. Chetta, not chetta. That you can call your husband, okay, or your elder brothers. Chetta means, and if you are Malayalam?
No, I can understand.
I can understand. You did not understand perfectly. Otherwise, you should have slapped me. Okay, that bad word is that, as per Malayali's interpretation. Okay, but chetta എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ശരിക്കും എന്താ അർത്ഥം? ചെറ്റക്കുടൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ അർത്ഥം? ചെറുത്, small. So among this, he is the youngest. That's what I mean. You understood?
Otherwise also bad word.
Otherwise also it's not a bad word. My initial is TP. TP means Tallipoli. Okay. Yeah, wonderful. That's what I was going to say. TP means Tallipoli. Tallipoli means the bad person. Okay. But today, Tallipoli means very bad fellow. But Tall also means Adi. Therefore I am Adipoli. Okay. Okay, that's another interpretation. The tal means beating. Adi also means beating, but if you use adiboli, that means you are great. You are a very, very charismatic person. So that's what it is. So interpretations keep changing. In Hindi and English people are always happy. See, the India geography, if you ask somebody, how is your life? Kannadale hege ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. No, how is your life? What is the answer you give? ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. Don't quote from the serials and film stars. Normally, casually people will say ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಜರುಗುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ತೆಲುಗುಲು. ತಮಿಳು ಇಪ್ಪಡಿಯೇ போறது. അല്ലെ അപ്പടിയേ പോறது. മലയാളത്തിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ പോണു. എന്തിനാ ഇങ്ങനെ പോണു? നിർത്തിക്കൂടെ പണി? But if you ask Gujarati people, what you will say? Maja mache? Maja mache, maja mache, right? No? Maja macho. Yeah, great. You see, maja macho. They are always happy, Gujarati fellows. And you ask Bangla? Balu ache. They are all happy. But only when you come towards south, they are confused in enjoying life. As the geography of India is. They are all wider in the northern part. As it comes here, Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari, and too confused. In Kerala, we have wider area in Kannur. I am from Kannur, okay? And when you come to Trivandrum, very difficult. You should see in the Parashuram Express in the morning how do people behave the day train. And Lord Vishnu, everywhere he stands, only in one place he slept because you know people will pull their leg. But God himself is buried standing in such places. We can interpret things entirely different.
We told to our friends, but Kerala is best in.
Yeah, Kerala is best when they go out.
But now
That's why the training is at Mahendragiri. I'm not trying to say anything wrong in that. It's a place of God, okay? It's God's own country. Kerala beauty for two intelligent people. You know how the name, okay, the class is going somewhere else, but bear with me. How the name of God's own country you got? Why is it called God's own country?
Because of its beautiful scenery.
No. When the British people came, Britishers were trying to capture all the kingdoms. And what the Kerala king did is, he gave the land to the Lord himself. The honor of the land, the king is Lord Vishnu. And he happened to be Padmanabha Dasan. Dasan means he is a servant of Lord Vishnu. So when Britishers wanted the kingdom to be written, he said, I cannot give because it does not belong to me. If you can get the signature from the God, you get it from him. To give land to somebody, only the registration, the who does, he only have to sign. Okay. Therefore, he has signed and given to God. Now what is to do? The British people have to take it from God. There is no signature for him. So that is why the king in Trivandrum is called Padmanabha Dasan. He never called himself as king. There's only one place in the whole world a king thrown his name out and said that I am only a servant of God.
Let's say Onam festival has become a
Onam festival is a different story you have in this book, okay? Onam festival is a different story.
Intelligence also to.
That's what I'm trying to say. In Kerala, people are too intelligent. That's not the credit for Kerala because there is a lot of radiation from bottom. My PhD is in radiation. I do a lot of research on the energy concept. So the radiation on the ground level is too high. It is 30 times than average of India. Therefore, the intelligence of Kerala people are 30 times higher than the whole Indian by virtue of its underground radiation, okay? And there is only 3 places in the world where the radiation rate is much higher, okay? One is in Moscow and one is in Switzerland, and this is the research being done by Kyoto University medical professors, okay? So there is a proof for this, and it also have other problem that when your intelligence is more, it's a constant radiation given, so your brain cell starts vibrating more and therefore you get irritated very fast. Okay, that's why people don't have patience in Kerala and they don't listen to somebody else. Subordination is very bad. If somebody is great also, they will try to, somehow, they won't accept people who are much slightly better than them. So they will say, no, this fellow is always like this, not good. It keeps on saying. So it's not their problem, it's a geography problem. Okay, so replant them to a better place, so geography will change. Now what we are trying to say is, in life, interaction with the people will become much better if you become simple. The more complex, more egoistic, more sophisticated you are, your personal interaction goes. Try to be as simple as you can. The more simple person is the best person accepted by everyone. The more simple you are, people will love you. And personal interaction means only that. And every animal in the world is useful for some other animal. There is only one animal which is not useful for any other animal, that is human. And if it cannot be useful for somebody else, your life itself is waste. येन केन प्रकारेण यस्य कस्यापि देहिनः सन्तोषं जनयत् प्राज्ञः तदैवम् ईश्वरपूजनम्. Ishvara puja is not serving God, it is serving people around you. Making anyone happy around you. And who is around you? The first person who is around you should be your family members. So make your family members happy. If I give a wonderful lecture and all of you say that he is a wonderful man, I reach only the 0th level. All the people who interact with me says that I am very good, I reach only the 2nd level. If my students say that I am a good master, I reach only the 2nd level. My eldest brother should tell I have a younger brother, he is wonderful, then I reach the next level. But I don't talk to him every day because I meet him only once in a year. If my wife says I have a wonderful husband, if my son says that I have a wonderful father, I reach the next level. And even that is not enough. We can even fool them because I keep traveling. We just meet them sometime only. It's like, some husband and wife meet only in the airport sometimes. So it just happens because sons may be in different places and you have not spent time enough with them. And that's life is like that. But every day I must be able to tell myself that I am wonderful. Don't cheat yourself. You can cheat anybody else. And what is being good? What is feeling good? And what is showing good? There are people who show as good. Nice dress, wonderful lipsticks, wonderful hairstyle, costliest dress, look good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And somebody, when they put this good dress, they feel good. They feel good. When somebody has fever, we will ask, how are you feeling? I'm feeling better. So it's only feeling. Are you good? No. Still you are not good. And being good is the ultimate. Being good is what you are. Vivekananda was walking on the streets of America and he has got a very peculiar way of dressing, right? I'm a faculty in Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence for last 10 years. Teaching on mind management, mind control, personality development, communication skill, being better, etc. etc. Vivekananda was walking and somebody just pulled his turban back, some hippie young fellow. Then he turned back and asked, why gentlemen, why you are pulling my turban? They never expected such a fabulous English from a person who dressed up like this. They thought this man is extravagant, who can't speak nice English, but his English was fabulous, very fantastic English. They never expected from this. And he turned and said, you does not look like a cultured man. Then he said, back, in your land, Tyler makes a gentleman. In our land, culture makes a gentleman. Right? So it's the behavior which makes you a good person. Keyuryanina bhushayanti purusham harana chandrojjanam nasnanam nakusumam navilepanam etc. etc. It says bhushanam bhushanam. Keyuryanina bhushayanti purusham nasnanam nakusumam navilepanam. Whether you have put flowers, whether you have taken bath, whether you have put sandalwood paste here. There are some priests who will put big sandalwood paste, a lot of vibhuti here and there. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Where is Shanti which comes? His wife's name must be Shanti.
He is not having Shanti. That's why he chants Shanti.
Yeah. So what is required is not all these Vak Bhushanam Bhushanam. Nice words. So keep using nice words. Nice words will come from nice mind. So if your communication skill have to be very good, because all interpersonal relationship depends on your communication. You can be very cruel in file. You can be very bad in your procedures. But talk to them nicely. They will love you. Try to explain the situation with the passion, with the love, with heart. Tell them it's not in my control. The rule says this. They will love it, right? No? It's not me who is making the rule. The rules are made by somebody. Within the rule, we will try to do what our best possible. They will tell me what should I do. If you just ask them back, they will also tell, sir, sure, whatever you are doing, we will also do the same thing. That's enough. But instead of that, people start fighting each other, right? Why? Because your words are bad. Is anybody can fight with good words, nice, wonderful words? You can only fight with the bad words, right? No? So every cruelty, every anger, every relation gets spoiled because you have kept a quantum of a dictionary of bad words in your manas. So remove all the bad words. And how did you get all the bad words? Because many people scolded you many times. Right? No? Whatever you hear, whatever you read, whatever you smell, whatever you touch, whatever you taste, only will be there in your manas. And you have buddhi, and sometimes what buddhi does is, given two words in your manas, it will mix and make a new sentence. That is not in our manas control, that's in buddhi's control. You know the word dog. Is it a bad word or a good word? Nothing bad or good right now. It's a dog. Dog is an animal. Is there anything wrong with that? No. Son is not a bad word. Means only son right now. Your son or somebody's son. That's correct. But when you get angry, what you will do? You mix these words and use it on somebody else. Correct now? So this mixing creates problem. Who mixes? Buddhi. It's your buddhi which mixes. In every language, when people get angry, they mix this. You never mix. That means your manas have to be clean to have a good interpersonal relationship. How can you clean your manas? 1 kilogram Vim powder and brush and try to clean it. Is it possible?
Positive.
Eh?
We should think positive.
Yeah, generally. Stand up. Stand up. Everybody clap for me. Good. It's a wonderful answer. But everybody, what did you say?
Positive.
This is generally people take class for this. But I never take class and I don't agree with them. Everybody think good but they never act good.
Yes, sir.
Thinking is useless. Oh, I have to clean this area, I have to clean this area, clean this area, clean this area, clean this area. Never clean. What is the use? You have fever, you take a crocin and keep it there. I have to eat this, I have to eat this, I have to eat this. Will your fever come down? There's nothing wrong with you. You have done a wonderful thing of saying that, otherwise I will not explain this. What happens is, everybody thinks only, nobody does it. No use of thinking and planning unless you act. So action is more important than thinking. Even don't think, act.
Without thinking, we can't act.
Act. Accidentally act. When you think, you become the saddest person in this world. Nelson Mandela says you cannot have good heart and good head in the same span.
Sir, but when we commit a mistake,
I tell you, I am not complete, but don't shoot in between. Let me fire the total bullets. When every action depends on your desire. Anything you do or don't do depends on your desire. So we have desire. Without the desire, people don't live in this world. Even when we do puja in the puja, saying that Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayami. I am not a Brahmin, don't think I am a cross belt by birth. I am a Brahmin by my actions and deeds. I happen to be the Shishya of one of the best Vedic Pandit in Kerala. Years together I was with him. I learned the Tantra Shastra. But I am not a Brahmin. By virtue of teaching and learning, Vedanta go Brahmana Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet Vaishyo Dhana Samardaha Shudra Sukhamapniyat. Which book is this?
Sahasranam.
Vishnu Sahasranam. Okay. In Vishnu Sahasranam, Vedanta go Brahmana Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet Vaishyo Dhana Samardaha Shudra Sukhamapniyat. Who learns and teaches a Brahmin. So therefore by action I am a Brahmin, but not by the definition of the Brahmins in the registrar's office or in the government of India. Now if we have no desire, we can't live in this world. And nobody lives in this world without a desire. At least he lives in this world because he has to live. And the desire for life is there. That's why we are eating. If we don't eat, we don't. That's correct. So everybody lives with a desire. And desire makes you to act. In the Ravila breakfast, what was the breakfast? Idli dosha vada. Just before I asked you this question, did vada was in your mind? Manas? No. It was there when you were eating, but it went off after eating. And you were carrying only my words in your manas, 90% of it. You were all carrying my words only in your manas, right?
But format is there, sir, for you.
But then, when I said some people are exceptionally crack. After this, when I said the word vada, I just said the vada, right? The word vada came. It came from my mouth, it reached into your ear. As soon as it reached, what happens?
The picture will come.
The picture came. Because you had a picture in your minds. And then, smell also comes, size also comes. The taste also comes to you. It's not there. It is there in your minds. If every desire, now somebody starts feeling like eating it. Somebody feels like seeing it. Your desire gets converted from manas to your indriyas and indriya starts working. You will search for that. You like masala vada? Vada? Paripu vada? You like cutlet? Jalebi? Laddu? Samosa? Pizza? Cake? Chapochu? Now all of you are confused. There is nothing called a chapochu. I just said a word. Now you are not able to get the shape, size, smell, nothing. You are confused. Because in your manas, there is no picture and associated text for that. It is not there. So what is there in your manas only can give you desire or having or not having it. If it is not in your manas, it cannot. So manas controls your desire and actions. You know what happens? Mirchi bhaji. The smell is enough somewhere. People get, no? Now you have a desire to eat. You know the next to the Bura, the Buddhi, says don't eat because last week you ate, you had stomach problem. Who says this? Not the manas, the Buddhi. Then what you will do? You will start fighting. Manas and the Buddhi. Don't worry. You take mirchi bhaji and hygiene also along with that. Or Durlabha Ishtam you eat. I mean Ayurvedic doctor by tradition and profession. You start prescribing. No, don't worry. You drink lot of water, that's enough. Okay? Or peraka. After mirchi bhaji you eat one peraka. Jamu. That's enough. It takes care. Balance it. You start prescribing yours from the knowledge. Where is this knowledge? It's not in the manas. It is in the buddhi. Now what you will do? Will you eat or not eat? That depends on whether your buddhi is more active or manas is more active. For ladies, manas is more active. Gents think that their buddhi is active. Each word is very powerful. Vakinolam Tukkavilli Ukkan Bhumikku Pole. Malayalam Kavita. Everybody got it now? I am not that a great poet. I just asked, did you hear this song somewhere? No, this chanting somewhere. No chance because it's my own poetry. Okay. It says the word is the most powerful thing. So each word when I pronounce, it comes filtered. So be very careful, keep watching it. It means many things. It does not come from my buddhi, it comes from my manas. Now you have a feeling that you should have it and the buddhi says don't have it. And ultimately if you are more practical, not more emotional, there are two things, one practical and emotional. People are more practical when they get more educated, more sophisticated, more in status, more in promotions. They are not emotional but they are practical. They are sophisticated. They keep their standard Somebody feels like having a tea on the roadside tea shop. But if I go and drink, somebody will see what they will say. Can Radhakrishnan drink tea on the roadside today?
No.
He could have earlier, right? Now when your position comes, your emotional feelings have to be controlled more. Anybody can misbehave with anybody else, but can a chairman misbehave with somebody else? Finished, it becomes a big story next day. So as your status becomes, you must be more careful. Emotional control is very much required. May have buddhi or not, that depends on the function. Correct, no? So it's not in your control. So what happens? You don't eat mirchi bhaji and sleep. Night, in the dream you start eating. Does it not? Every dream is because of a unsatisfied desire. Take it. Unsatisfied desire gives you dream. And what you see and what is there in your mind at some point of time may not be in buddhi, but it will be in your atma. And atma will tell you that in the dream only. You have taken my picture now, by now. My picture is there in your manas. Okay, now if I stop the class and go, next Buffalo comes and takes a class here, and then the whole class is over, the training is over, after 1 month, I will not be there in your manas. But by mistake, if I happen to come to headquarters or come to Ahmedabad, you see me somewhere cross the road, what you will do? It depends on whether I am walking on that side. You may cross the road. When some people see on the other side, they will cross the other side and go. So it depends on how your relations are, right? Who decides this? Your manas decides. How the manas decides? You will just see me again, take the picture, and the picture is taken and see whether it is there in the manas. Oh, it's not in the manas. It's like a software working in a computer. It takes the input-output device, sent to the software. Software picks it up and search whether it is in the manas, that is RAM. And in the RAM it is not seen, in the memory it is not downloaded, it goes to the archive, hard disk, and it see, oh, this man. Yeah, I met him. Where did I meet him? LPSC? Mahendragiri? No, yeah. Then if somebody is there, you'll ask, is that Dr. Shashikumar? Yeah, I think he came for the class. Who does it? The buddhi tells the manas. Now, should I go and talk? Yeah, it's office time, yeah, accounts officer is calling. Whether to talk to him or not, how does it matter? But accounts officer, if I don't meet, finished. So I have to go there. So what he will do? He will skip me. But after reaching accounts officer's room, you are sitting, he is busy with somebody else. Then you will think, oh, I should have talked to him. Don't you feel this? Every day we are upset because of doing or not doing something which we feels like doing at that point of time. That's the answer for your question.
But I can say only when I can recognize when if you don't remove your beard. Remove your beard and do some makeup.
Depends. What I am trying to say is contextually it's not me and accounts officer in the story. I am talking about the general functionality.
Yeah.
Generalized view. So you can do it if you feel like doing it. If it is not going to harm you, try to do it. Okay, and never do anything which makes you to say, or don't do anything or not keep not doing it. Two negatives. Provided what makes you to say, oh, I should not have done this. Don't do anything which makes you happy temporarily, but after doing it, you should never tell yourself, oh, I should not have done it, or I should have done it. Don't make you to say that. But who says this, oh, I should not have done it? Is the manas or the buddhi?
Buddhi.
Not both. It is the Atma which says. He is like a judge. When the action is there, they will not do anything. Disciplinary action will come only after that. They will not involve in the day-to-day activity. Who will come only when the auditor comes, Like your judge is an auditor. He will tell you, you should not have done it. You should not have done it. You should not have done it. And every moment it keeps on telling you, you are Atma. Because Atma have no desire. Atma have no buddhi also. Atma is Nissanga. And every one of us have it because Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Ungada Altan Sulyadu. Hari, Ramana Maharshi. Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. In the center of the Hridaya there is only Brahman, and that keeps rectifying you. But are we getting rectified?
If you listen to it.
If you listen to it. How do you listen to it? And listening to it is called spirituality. And that is called Atmiya. And that is called Samadhi. surrender to your Atma, yourself, where Atma has no desire, Atma has no buddhi, it does not logically do it, but what it do? It only acts through your manas. And you should have desire, but what desire? Controlled desire. What controlled? During the point of time you think about it, but not beyond that. There was a guru and few disciples trying to cross a river. They were just walking and crossing a river. But beautiful. When we say Swami and disciples, it's all gents, okay? Generally that is the picture which we have. A beautiful young girl, nicely.
Already smiling.
Yeah, already in dream now. Now she was trying to cross. What the Guru did, Guru just picked her up and then took her on the other side. The Shishyas also had a feeling I should have done it, but lost the chance. They were watching how the lady is touching and all that is seen. The Guru left on the other bank of the road when they kept on discussing many things. The Guru keeps on teaching while walking also. My meditation Guru is Swami Vedabhati, Swami Rama Shishya. When we are talking, when we are reading also, he teaches. Keeps on talking whenever we get a chance. While walking also it happens. The evening satsang, there was a formal satsang. The Shishya asked Guru, what you did was not correct. What is that wrong? What is the wrong thing which I do? What is the wrong thing which I do generally? Nothing I do. And today did I do anything wrong? Guru, you did one wrong thing today. What is that wrong thing you did? You took a lady. Oh, that! I dropped her back, no? I took the lady but dropped her there itself on the other bank. The problem is you carried her all through the day. You understood? You carried her all through the day. Where you are carrying? In your manas. He carried her only physically, but mentally he never carried. As soon as dropped, finished. He forgot about that. But what we do generally, we are like Shishyas. All the time we carry all the papa or punya which we do. Don't carry even the papa or punya. It's done, over. Action is over, finished, forget about it. Keep on saying I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, so what? So what? Do now. What you have done is done, gone. But do now. That should give you an experience and making yourself better and better, and then try to do every moment. There is no point in telling I was this, I was this, I was this if you don't do anything now. If you do it now, it is fantastic. Keep on doing it better and assess yourself and try to be better. You have to be better always. Better than what you were yesterday. Don't try to be seeing whether I am better than this person, better than this person, better than this person. No, that's not important. I remember Pishardi, the PRL's old veteran director who came to my office and asked, what do you want to become? He asked everybody. Everybody said, no, I want A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Then standing out or outstanding, both are same. That's all what they want. In Pishardi asked me what is it? Sir, I want to become director. Director of which center? See, there are many people who will become director of this. No, I want to become director somewhere else. Was just joined during that time. And he remembers me after that. He says, oh, Shashi Kumar, you want to become... I came for a science congress here during that time and I was sitting, there was no seating arrangement, so I sat in the press. There was a chair vacant in the press, so I sat. I said, oh, you left Adrin and joined as a press now. He remembers him, he's an old man, 84-year-old man. And I said, yes, I'm in press only. Interview me now. Nobody is listening to me now. I want to tell so many things. And I gave a wonderful interview in Manorama after that. I knew few people, so I said, no, he's an old man, interview. He's a man of, the father of remote sensing. He was the father of remote sensing. I don't know how many people remember. He's the father of remote sensing. The first remote sensing experiment was conducted on the coconut plantations in Kerala. And then he gave a presentation to then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, saying that remote sensing can be used to identify the problems on the coconut trees in Kerala. And meanwhile, that was an overhead projector with a slide plastic sheet on top of it. He used to explain this. I used to be with him for some conferences and he used to tell this. And then the presentation was happening, the bulb went off. And Indira Gandhi said, no, I understood everything. Now how much money you want? Madam, with all this learning, I did not understand anything. With this presentation, you understood everything or what? Don't sanction action project like this. No, your projector is not working. I know this projector will not work, so I have put 2 more projectors with me. So he put another projector and then continued on. So he was wonderful, man. Every process, no. See, how can he be instantaneously active? Give a right answer at the right place. That's your creativity. You have to say, but you don't feel like saying sometimes. What will happen? Oh, I should have told this. Don't you feel?
Yes.
But sometimes you can't because boss scolds you for something. Can you scold him back? You feel like scolding. Can you scold him back? Why? Because you will feel after that, oh, I should not have scolded back. Right? No? Because the CR will come, promotion will come, he will give you punishment and all. But once you decide, I don't care all this. Do you have to be unhappy 5 years and happy after promotion or happy every moment? Then tell him back. Nothing is going to happen. Whether you become or not become, how much money you get, does not divide happiness. That does not decide happiness to each one of you. Tell you. Maybe somebody is X, Y, Z in an office. What is he outside? And what is he inside? Even the smallest clerk could be the most appreciated, famous person in the office, not the officer. If there is a problem, do you go to the office highest or you know this person knows the rule? So what is being recognized is knowledge, not the position. Correct? No? So what is important? Learn as much as you can. Learn as much as you can. It is the most powerful asset in the world. And you can be happy also. Okay, I'll ask you one question. By God, all of you pray sometime at least, no? Just before promotion, just before girls, daughter's marriage or some requirement is there, you all pray, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. By mistake, God appears in front of you and asks, what is that you want? God comes to you and asks, what is that you want? What you will ask?
Right now I'm contented.
Nothing, you don't require anything.
Whatever is there is sufficient.
But what is that you want? If you don't want anything, there is no desire, you can't live in this world. I am sure you will not come here if you don't want anything.
That is different.
Yeah, everybody have some requirement. You tell me anybody, any volunteers. What is that you want? If some God asks, what is that you will tell?
I will ask what I desire, you give.
What is that? He cannot give a blank check. That's a blank check.
What I want. Peace.
You want peace. How many of you want peace? I got a right, wonderful answer. Peace. How many of you want peace?
Everybody wants good health.
Don't ask many things, only one.
Peace.
Only peace.
Yes, sir. Peace gives everything.
Prosperity is much highest general, everything. It's like everything. Very peaceful. Satisfaction?
I want good knowledge.
If you have no desire, you get satisfied.
Good health.
If you have desire, you will never get satisfied. My sincere advice is
Sound
never
like
get
good.
satisfied in your life.
Yeah.
If you get satisfied, you have no life.
There is a chapter.
Your health is
There is a
important.
chapter.
Understood?
In case a person desires to become very wealthy,
Yeah. So what is that? Your desire. You tell me one word used.
To be healthy.
Wealthy. Wealthy. Everybody have only 3 requirements. You are not that. Everybody. You are all trying to lie actually. If you are frank enough, I am sure I will get the best answer. Now tell me frankly, what is that you want?
Nice bangla.
Nice bangla. That means bangla means what? You need money. Right? There is only one requirement for everybody, that is finance. Money. That's what I am trying to say. I am coming to say that. Everybody want money. Everybody want to be rich. That's earning, right? Earn lot of money. That's what people want. People want to earn. And somebody wants to learn. There are only 3 types of people in the world. Somebody want to learn, somebody want to earn, and somebody want to fame. Somebody want to be famous. There are only 3 requirements in the world. That's what Vishnu Sahasranamam says. Vedantago Brahmanaha Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet. A Kshatriya is always want to be famous. There are so many people who spend lot of money to become famous. They'll put their own poster and then paste it. There are so many people who does this. Okay, learning, earning, fame. Earning, arjide dukkham, veye dukkham, dhanam sarvatra dukkham. You can earn money, you will never be happy. You purchase a sari, how much you pay? How much you paid? 1,000 rupees. Last week only I bought similar, same saree. 200 rupees. Finished. Now if I say 1,000 only, last week I paid 3,000 rupees. Oh, so happy. Somebody has spent a lot of money. This is all happy and unhappy. In terms of money, that's all what it is. Nice bungalow. You can be so comfortable. And people are comfortably uncomfortable inside. Understood?
Present scenario is many are asking only health.
Health. Because which they don't have.
Without health,
See, people will ask what they don't have only. Right now. And health, you want a lecture on health, it will be another 2 sessions. All your health depends on your patterns of life, your decisions, or how you are going to lead your life. Good eating practice, good breathing practice, lot of water will give you good health physically. Mentally, if you are not happy, the physical will start disturbing you. Okay? Sharira manaso yoga paraspara manuvrajit adhara adheya bhavena taptajya khadayoriva. Your shariram and manas have to be balanced, otherwise you can't. So manas gives lot of diseases. Most of the diseases are with the manas. The eating pattern is also with the manas. How many of you are non-vegetarians? Tamilians are all non-vegetarian. If you ask somebody, non-vegetarian. So somebody gives only non-vegetarian. Yeah, all Tamilam are non-vegetarian. How many of you are non-veg? I am a core non-veg. I ate the worst non-veg available in the world. I ate dog, snake, crocodile. Sometime back. We were in Hong Kong, we get a nice sandwich. In the sandwich, bread sandwich, I asked what is it? It's a mixed meat sandwich, like nice halwa. You get nice halwa. So tasty, different colors you will get halwa in the shops.
Unknowingly you can eat.
Unknowingly you can eat, but only once. You should know what is it after that. So I started asking them what is it, they said it is that. Then I do only eat outside of the bread and throw the main part. Only the brown part I eat because nothing else was available. So when you eat non-veg, your character becomes different. And every eating we eat because the dirtiest smelling fish, yes or no? What we do, put nice masala on that and then make fragrant smelling, and God has given nose above the mouth so that he will smell and eat, but for better purpose. But what we do, make the bad smell into good smell and then eat that, and the taste is not only for quarter inch. Some people have long tongue, forget about them. Okay, and only that 36 feet the food has to move inside your body. After some time it will say enough, I will not work for you. Every disease depends on what food practice which you have. Bhagavad Gita chapter 15. Kattu Amla Lavan Atyushna etc. etc. Sloka will tell you what of a person you are and what character you have, what disease you will have, depends on what food you eat. And that subject today has come into medical science called microbiotics. You are what you eat. That subject is microbiotics. So your food determines what you have. And this water can save a lot of diseases. So keep on drinking water. Mentally and physically also. It can give you a lot of activity, actions also. How many of you feel like waking up? Now all these lessons are not just for you, for your family members. If you don't practice also, tell your wife and husband, practice it. And you don't practice, don't teach them at least this. Any disease can be cured by water. Many people don't wake up, won't get up in the early morning. They wake up in the early morning. You know the difference? No?
Yes.
You wake up, but you don't get up. Why? Because you are lazy. Vivekananda says it is Tushni Bhavam which is the biggest enemy in India. Every animal, as soon as it wake up, it gets up. But what we do? We wake up and we will just lie down on the bed and listen. All the other people are working so hard. I am enjoying. The paper boy will put the paper. Milkman is coming and putting milk. Yeah, let him put, no? And he will also put the bell. Let him, I know it is milk. So lazy, no? What are you doing? Are you doing anything?
No.
Nothing. Is it not a big waste? Why can't you get up? You want to change your life pattern after this class?
Yes.
How many of you? How many of you want? Yeah, one simple mechanism. Evening before going to bed, take 3 liters of water.
Naturally, you get
Otherwise, you will spoil your bed. Otherwise, you will spoil your bed. Okay. 3 liters you got, then reduce it to 2 liters. Some people have, you find out what quantity you have to take for what time you have to wake up, 18 days you practice, 19th day you are perfect. 19th day you will not have to drink water. You will wake up early morning.
Which water, sir? Is it mineral water or normal water? Normal.
That is your practice. If you want to change your character, see, I keep lot of lectures on mind control, mind management, behavior pattern, changing, modifying people and all that. I have only some prescription to some people. All these classes are useless. People can't change your pattern and character. Behavior also cannot be changed. But even you go and have one peg, your character will change.
Yes, automatically. Sir, but people
Because it's all the chemistry in your body which controls your character.
Sir, but
It's your chemistry in your body which is generated by liver which changes your character. Which not changes your character, behavior. Character is same, behavior keeps on changing. When somebody talks to you, you get angry. When you get angry, what happens? Your cheeks will start trembling, nose will become reddish, eyebrow will go up and up, and then after some time, hand also will start working. Why does it work? Because the chemistry changes. And when somebody talks to you, your adrenaline goes up, and your stomach starts burning, acidity will start forming, and your heartbeat will change. Why is it happening? Your chemistry is changing. So the best way to change chemistry is what? One peg. Somebody he keeps on talking, give one peg, he will sit in the corner like this. And somebody who is not talking, give one peg, he will start giving lessons. Yes or no? Somebody who is crying, give one peg, he will start laughing. Somebody who is laughing, you give one peg, he will start crying. Every behavior changes. It's just one peg. What is it changing? Your chemistry is changing. But it lives only for some time. I said don't do anything for short time, do it anything for permanent.
sir,
Correct, no?
Sir, even to maintain a good health in a longer run, I just wish, maybe I just give a suggestion. You can have a little...
Maybe after this class you will come here and give another half an hour.
Just see, on a daily basis, maybe I don't know, maybe many of the Keralites are following me. Just have a bit of liquor on a daily basis like I told you.
Yeah, I think you should run the liquor shop and then start talking about it. Not an LPSC in such a form. And don't expect me to do that. Okay. Now you can change your chemistry by short-term terminologies like this as he prescribes, but that will live only for some time and you will fall sick because liver creates a lot of problem, and especially Keralates have this problem. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് മലയാളത്തിൽ കരളേ എൻ്റെ കരളേ എന്നുള്ള പാട്ട് വരുന്നത്. മലയാളത്തിൽ മാത്രമേ only in Malayalam you get songs where liver is being used instead of heart. It's actually heart which they feel. എൻ്റെ കരളേ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എൻ്റെ liver എന്ന് ആരെങ്കിലും പറയും? Do you call somebody your husband or wife a lover? Ende? It's my liver? It's only in Kerala. Because in Kerala people like who allow drunkards and prescribe. Is it Kerala? No, correct. You are right. Kerala people prescribe drinks and they are blind on that. Okay, that is why heart is not liver. They don't understand the difference also. Okay, so it's not heart which determines or liver which determines, it's the chemistry in which, and liver only produces it, and heartbeat changes as your behavior changes. When you are in a hurry,
It will beat more.
beat fast. When you are in worry,
Beat fast.
when you eat more curry, it beats fast. So all this creates problems. So never change your beating pattern. So assume you want to change your behavior. One is dilute the chemistry with as maximum water as you can so that it is diluted. Second way is your breathing rate controls because your breathing rate changes. So anytime when you have stress is good. The class is stress management, but stress is good. Don't manage your stress. Allow the stress to grow. You will never perform anything if you have no stress. What is wrong is generally people again misuse it. It is not stress which is to be managed. What is it to be managed? Stress cannot be managed. It is intention. You are in tension. So tension have to be managed. So don't get tension. You have to be in stress before reaching the railway station, otherwise you will miss the train. Yes. Once the train is missed, be happy. It's gone. Wonderful. Very good. Enjoy. Anyway, train is gone. What you should do? Drink water. Correct, no? Very simple. Any problem, You should react in situations. But once something happens, don't care. I have put my pictures on speaking on the VRS day. It was a nice, wonderful farewell given. Many people spoke. It's the first time I am seeing many people speaking. They like me going probably. And I was so smiling on that day. Nobody could expect, how can you smile? I said, I have decided 8 years back. What should I do in my life? I had a career. And Dr. Radhakrishnan, no? It's a wonderful person who plans. Too much planning is called manipulation. Okay? I remember him showing me a graph like this on his table when he was in NRSA, head of commercial. Age and then position. And he says, at this age I will reach here, at this age I will reach here, at this age I will reach here. He has shown me personally. I remember seeing him 2000, just before that. I think when he, after headquarters, he came to NRSA as commercial during UR's time. It was some 2007 with nobody under him except one person. I think she was a steno. Okay. Now, if you have got a plan, you can enjoy some time. But if you have the plan does not work, you will also become upset. Be happy if it does not work. You can only push at the door. The door is not opening. Don't push. You can push at the door, but don't think that this is the door and keep on pushing. Will it open? No. You are wasting your time. So don't use your stress at unnecessary places. It gives you tension. Your husband is not changing. What is to be done? Change the husband. Very simple. See, I said change the husband. You want to change your husband, no? Correct, no?
Change the attitude of. Sir, in the years that Sajikumar Pass need not do it here. Changing husband.
So what is to be done?
So attention.
Change yourself.
Change yours.
It's very easy. See, you can't change this place and make a door, but change yourself. I am not going to push there. What happens generally? Assume at home, when your daughter or son walks, it just falls. What you will say? What you will say if it is falling?
Why don't you keep it?
What you will say? Don't you have two eyes?
Generally, yes.
Correct, no? You start scolding. How many hours? If you don't have a job, whole Sunday will be there. Right, no? But assume by mistake your hand touches and then falls it. You will say, who kept it here? See how easily we know how to twist the things? Are we not cheating?
Yes.
Cheating whom? The closest person which you have.
Ourselves.
Your own daughter, your own son, your own husband, your own mother. Is it not shame on me? Think seriously. If it falls, what happens? Maybe an old glass given at during your parents' marriage time. If it breaks, how much is lost? 2 rupees or 3 rupees? And somehow it is getting rid of that glass is better. You can buy new one. And during Diwali or in Vishu, what we will do? We buy padak for 40 rupees, and sometimes it does not even burn, no? Which make a sound. Still you are happy. Oh, 40 rupees is lost. Still you are happy. But here, when 5 rupees is lost, you start scolding, no? Is it not shame? What is that you have to do? Clean the place. At least by that itself you clean, no? Yeah, otherwise you don't clean generally. How does it matter? But we start posing our power on people. It's not love. You will say, I am telling you to do this because you have to be alright. No, it's not that. Because I have power on you, we are doing it. Love and power, love and authority is misused most of the time. If you have love, it does not give you power. I love my wife, but doesn't mean I have power on what she does. She can do what she wants. Keep like that. Your authority should not be applied on. I love nice flowers. Next feeling is what? Neighbor's house, nice flower. What is to be done? Pluck it. Correct, no? If possible, take the plant itself, and then plant it here. Anyway, nice flower. Where is it? Neighbor's house. They are watering it. Are they covering it so that you don't see? Every day you can see, no? What is wrong? Enjoy it. The time you feel you should have it finished, your peace of mind is lost. Your tension starts because you have lot of attachment and unnecessary attachment on this. The time you think I don't want, then finished. In India, in the whole world, people are divided into two. Those who have and those who don't have. Have and have-nots. Marxist people talks about it, right? But in India, there are people who had and they don't want. Many people left whatever they had and they become famous and they become happier. You will get it, you will never be happy. If you don't have it also, you will never be happy. But if you have and you don't want, you become happy. Every anushtanam which we have, every vrata which we have, vratam you know, what do? Orikale. Only once you will eat. Every poor fellow in the street must be getting moksham, no? Because they eat only once. It is not that you don't have and you don't eat, you get moksham. You have it and you don't eat it. You understood, no? Then only you get moksha. And not eating, you give it to somebody else. Make somebody else happy by giving it. That is what it is. So your control on this, your desire, all depends on your attitude and behavior. And stress is very good. Unless you have stress, you will never do any activity, but never get into tension. Once it is done, finished. You must have stress. Otherwise you don't work. You tried for promotion, you didn't get it. Go to hell.
Happy.
How does it matter, yeah? I remember senior purchase officer from my office crying weeks after not getting promotion. Head purchase and stores interview he went. He came to me. I said, sir, there is only one chair for head purchase and stores. Only one chair. Correct, no? There are 6 people who are coming to occupy the chair. Can the office give the chair to 6 people? Only one. Understood? Now what is to be done? One of them should be fit. Somebody is too fat, too lean, cannot sit on that. Correct? No? You try the apt person. And who is trying to do that? Everybody feels they are apt.
Yes.
Correct? And there is another batch of fools sitting there to evaluate who is apt. Correct or not?
Correct.
In half an hour, they will ask a few questions to identify who is good. If one of the person cannot identify, finished, if happen to be the chairman. Right? No? Now what happens? You are not getting not because you are good or bad. It depends they are good or bad. I have read Kasturi Rangan's comments on when MP.R. Panikar said, you know that all the interview board committee people are all useless. They don't know how to evaluate fellows. Kalam applied Department of Space. He did not win. IIT he applied. He didn't get it. Here he didn't get. Jain is the best authority on image processing. He applied in Space Application Center. He didn't get. Now his book is being read by every image processing fellow in Department of Space. He's a professor abroad now. After Kalam retirement, he came to Department of Space asking for a visiting process post. No, we will not give because if you don't retire from Department of Space, you cannot get. That's the rule. What is to be done? And he went to IAS. How many PhDs you have produced? No PhDs. Then you cannot be visiting professor. Cannot be visiting scientist. That's the minimum requirement in an academic institution. And he became visiting professor in Anna University in economics department. Can you imagine? And then he became president. So it's not whether you are good or not. I remember going for an interview at academic staff college, not being a professor. The vice chancellor happened to be a glaciologist. He asked me one question. Why did you come for this job? You are in a higher scale. Scale is different. Scale may be higher or lower. In state government you get less salary. You are going to get 10,000 rupees less. Salary is going to be 10,000 rupees less. Why are you coming for this job? He said, sir, I came for interview. And you have decided to give me job or what? Because what he is asking, why did you come for the job? He should have asked to come for the interview. I said, I came for the interview. Have you decided to give me the job? Did you select me already finished? And I said, oh, no. Why did you come for the interview? Just 3 vice chancellors in front of you, yeah? Can you get 3 vice chancellors in front of you just like this? 150 rupees fees only you have to pay. Correct, no? Can you get 3 vice chancellors in front of you half an hour for 150 rupees? So cheap, no? That's why I came, I said, I was so casual. They could never expect. What is great in us? And I said, sir, you are the best glaciologist in the world. You have written 3 books. Every day you write article on Deccan Chronicle. Your book on that glaciologist, no, that because of the chemistry which is being spelt by Pakistan, it's a wonderful. Nobody in the interview knows that this man was a glaciologist. I know the full biography of this fellow. I started telling. He said, sir, very great. He said, no, he's selected. He is the chairman of the committee. That's how he did a mistake of selecting. See, what you should know is, it is not that whether you good or bad depends on what you get. Whether you are in purchase head or assistant, how does it make a difference? If you are good, you be happy, no? Your wife is not at all beautiful. Aishwarya Roy is very beautiful. When you see Aishwarya Roy's movie, can you enjoy? My wife is not at all beautiful. Really, I am saying. I am so happy I can leave her and come. Otherwise, will I be peaceful here? See, I am so happy. Nobody will take her, no? That's why I am going on deputation at different places. So happy, nobody will take her. I don't have to worry about it. She is so beautiful, I cannot bring her here. If I make her to sit finished, nobody will listen to me. They'll all look at her. That's why I am not bringing her. See, it's all your manas which decides whether you are in tension or not. You reach the bus stop, you miss the bus. Be happy, no? Today go back home, your spouse will be happy, kids will be happy. Today I am not going, I miss the bus. Great, Papa, they will hug you and that's correct, no? Unexpected happiness is what you can give. What do? Full tension. What is going to happen if you don't go to office? Also nothing. Everything will run. It may run better. You think that I am running this office. Nobody is indispensable in this world. If somebody thinks I am not there, nothing will happen, it's all unnecessary thought. No, everything will run cool. Your house, if I die tomorrow, my wife, probably she may be happy, she can marry somebody else. How do you know? Why do you worry? Parents also will run. Kids also will run. You are not indispensable in this world. But when you live, can you make them happy? You can make them happy only if you take stress but don't make it into tension. You ask your father, are you happy? You are not happy, your father is not happy, you expect your kids to be happy? They will never be. You ask your son or daughter, how are you? I am not at all happy. If you ask your son, he says like this, will you be happy? We want them to be happy, no? How can you make your kids happy? Only when you are happy. They must see smiling faces. If you see always dull faces, they will also be dull. Don't ever. Again, not from stories. I used to take 2 of my sons to the bus stop. Generally, when you have to send them to the school, you send the bus stop, right? The pickup bus will come. What will happen generally when you stand in the bus stop? 7:30 bus has not come. 7:30 bus has not come. Why is it not coming? Papa, please drop me in the scooter. Does it not happen? Each one of us must have this problem, right? No? You know what I do? When they were in small classes, they don't care. When they grow only, this problem comes. 3rd class, 4th class. I don't buy newspaper at home. I'll ask my son to go and select whichever newspaper they want. So one will select Deccan Chronicle, another fellow will select Hindu. They will start reading main heading. Another fellow will read main heading. Why this main heading is like this? Yeah, why this main heading is like this? They start fighting in the bus stop. So wonderful. I don't have to read newspaper. They will read and tell. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour. We go early. Get ready fast. Go early, half an hour and stand. Never late anywhere. So far I have given more than 3,000 lectures in last 4, 5 years. Never late in any place. Reach as early as possible. Today morning pickup vehicle came. I did not stay in my house. I started walking on the main road. I said, I am there in the main road. You don't have to come inside the colony. I am there outside. 6 o'clock. It happens every day. It's like this. Now when you read, they read. You know the character now? Even today, my eldest son is doing BSc in Pune. He reads newspaper and tells, Papa, this is the news today. Because that's a character which we develop in the morning. Every day it's a practice. What you practice is what you will do in your life. No tension. If the bus goes also, there is no problem. The bus will come. As soon as they get in, you know what they will do? They will tell their friends, today's news is this. So they are heroes. Everybody started reading news. They started reading news and then come every day they start fighting on this news on. There is nothing else to find. The whole travel to the school becomes so enjoyable. Can't you make? We don't do it. Okay? Now once you get into a bus, let us see, once you get into a bus, you miss many buses. Right or not? Once you get into a bus, you miss many buses. Once you miss a bus, you get many buses. So which is good? Missing a bus is good. Correct, no? So once you miss a bus, you must be happy. Because you get many buses. Once you get married, finished. You miss lot of chances. If you don't marry, you have many chances. You can get into any bus. Okay. So life, whenever, generally in English we have got a term, people keep on telling, I am in a problem, I am in a problem. Don't. Tell me how many of you don't say this at least once in the 1 week. What we say? Repeat it. What do you say? What is that generally people say? I am in a problem. Repeat it once. Repeat it louder. Repeat it. I am in a problem. So you are inside that and problem is outside. Is there any problem which is bigger than you? Is there any problem which is bigger than you? So whenever you are, generally the quote, in a problem, don't say I am in a problem. What you should say? Problem is in me. You aren't feeling that you are in a problem because problem is in you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the sentence is to be corrected. You should tell problem is in me. You are scolding somebody not because he or she does a problem. Problem is in you. Because you are not able to control your anger. Whose problem is that? Your problem. Right, no? So when you have problem, don't say I am in a problem. Problem is in you. Problem is toxin. Whenever you have to reduce toxin, again water. If you want to scold your husband or wife or kids or somebody, give 1 liter. Take 1 liter. Because to scold you need energy. For them to listen they need energy. Drink water. Can you scold somebody after drinking 1 liter water?
No.
Finished. You can't scold right now. It should come at that time. Now assume some people have that stamina to scold again. Give 1 more liter. Keep on drinking water till they become satisfied. Then they will have to go for. Correct, no? Go there. All the stress, pressure, tension, everything will go inside. Flush it well. And be happy and say no problem. Say no problem. Say no problem. No problem. Repeat it. No problem. Louder. No problem. Not enough. No problem. Louder, pa. No problem. Louder. No problem. Keep on saying no problem. When somebody just touches and falls at you, just say no problem. Does it have any problem?
No problem.
Say that. Then once you have this for 18 days, 19th day, you will say no problem. Your husband is fully drunken. No problem. The wife has prepared it full of salt. No problem. I just said it because it is there. Okay. Now what you do is keep seeing life with no problems. That reduce your stress. That makes your relations better. The time you have stress, tension, your relation become upset and you can't solve any of this problem. Because once you get educated, you have this problem. And the more and more you get educated, you have more and more problems. Who is the most smartest fellow here? Just read this. Just read this. Louder.
Realize now, you are not late. The general mind makeup of a person. At 4 years, my daddy is great. At 6 years, my daddy knows everybody. At 10 years, my daddy is good but is short-tempered. At 12 years, my daddy was very nice to me when I was young. At 14 years, my daddy is getting fastidious.
Not Malayalis.
At 16 years, my daddy is not in line with the current times. At 18 years, my daddy is becoming increasingly cranky. At 20 years, oh, it's becoming difficult to tolerate daddy. You wonder how mothers puts up with him. Then at 25 years, daddy is
Because the
scared.
sun got the sun now. Okay, that's the realization you get. Now read.
So I was so scared of my father and when I was so young. At 40 years, Daddy brought me up with so much discipline. Even I should do the same. At 45 years, I am baffled as to how my daddy brought us up. At 50 years, my daddy faced so many hardships to bring us up. I am unable to manage a single son. At 55 years, my daddy was so far-sighted and planned so many things for us. He is one of his kind and unique. At 60 years, my daddy is great. Thus, it took 56 years to complete the cycle and come back to the first stage. Realize the true value of your partner, parents, before it is too late.
So in life, it's very difficult to realize unless you experience.
Same wordings with make and
It's there, it's the same way. It's not mine. Somebody sends it, I just put it and takes reactions from that. I don't have anything, no knowledge. I'm only like a butterfly. I pick up from somewhere and then give to somebody else. I'm only a messenger. Okay? So what we do is, in life, if you don't realize the value of people around us, it's late. You know that we have a tradition of keeping vibhuti. You know why is it kept? It's just to tell you that I am going to be like this. All of us are going to be like this after this. Correct, no?
Yes.
When? When? When is that? Today was supposed to somebody's lecture after this session, right? No? What is the guarantee that we will be there back tomorrow? What is the guarantee that I am going to meet my wife? What is the guarantee that my son is going to meet me? Assume you have this in mind, your interpersonal relationship becomes so cordial. You will never scold anybody before his death, will you? Will you? So Mahatma Gandhi says, deal with a person as if he is going to die next moment. It's not mine. Mahatma Gandhi says, deal with a person as if he is going to die next moment. Next sentence he says, but if you see that you don't have to live for a long time, what you will become? You will never learn, you will never earn, nothing will happen, right? No? But he says, learn like a person as if you are going to live in this world for a long time. Okay? So try, your relations can be so cordial. And why do you find fault with everybody around you? He is not good, he is not good, he is not good, my boss is not good, subordinate is not good, that is not good, this is not good. Why? Only reason you are not good. Only reason you are not good. And how good you are? You have to be physically good, emotionally good, intellectually good, socially good, spiritually good. I have just tested your social goodness. Correct? No? I have given one exercise. Emotionally I have explained enough. Intellectually it's education which I have explained. Now, your buddhi, do you have buddhi or not? We are having. Tested any time? Yeah. Did anybody test your buddhi?
Fought for life before my birth. My birth was a tragedy. Anyone could have received life instead of me. The sperm from my father fought to reach my mother's egg. I was conceived. When I raised with many of my unborn brothers and sisters, I am the winner. In life, I don't have to struggle as much as I have struggled for life. I am great and I believe in me. I can run and win the race with anyone in this life as I have won the race for birth.
So birth itself is a big race, right? And we fight with the closest people. Who are the closest people? Unborn brothers and sisters who did not take birth. And we took birth. So we should feel that we are great. Lift your hands up.
Yeah, you are great.
Take it back and say well done. So every action which you do, nobody need to congratulate you. Keep on congratulating yourself. You must feel that yes, I am great. Once you feel, you will become really great. You are what you think you are. You are what you think you are. Many people ask me questions. The other day I was talking to the Andhra Pradesh government employers in HRD Institute, Chennardi Institute. That's the Andhra Pradesh Government Institute for HRD. AP HRD Institute. It's called Mary Chennardi, earlier Chief Minister's name. And many people started telling I did not get promotion, I am not good. I said, throw your job. Come out. Can you get any other job? No. Can you get a job paying this much? They said no. Then stick on there, no? Be happy with what you get. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you have ability, you can perform well. If you have ability, every performance depends on three factors. Performance depends on three factors. One is skill, second is opportunity, and third is aptitude. You have good attitude, you have no ability, you can't do. You have good ability, good attitude, but no opportunity, what you will do? You quit the place, you will find somewhere else where you can do. Opportunity, you start searching, right? You know how to swim. There is no swimming pool, what you will do? You will go around and then find the swimming pool if you have attitude. If you don't have attitude, you know swimming also, you don't swim, right? No? So what is important? All the three together only makes you a good performer. And it's all in your hand.
What is yes, sir?
Yes is skill. Knowledge is not enough. Many people have knowledge. Skill is practically using the knowledge, right? So how did you enjoy? Done well? So what you do is, all these people who are sitting, I don't want anybody there. Please join on these groups. Make a nice, closer, sit closer. Pull some more chair close by, go and sit there. I don't want anybody. Make some chair so that they can also join. Make it closer. You sit there only, but you have, right now? Nobody there. That'll take only 10 minutes, not more than that. I think 12 o'clock time, now I have got 10 minutes sharp. Done? Go there. You're a good man, yeah? Don't worry. You enjoy. Hello. Old. You're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
How come?
I'm working here.
Great. Good, close friend of mine. We have seen so many flats together for purchase. Yeah. Okay. Now, all of you turn and then join together. All of you turn and look at it. That, either that side or this side. Don't become chairman. You can sit here, closer. You can come and join here. Opposite to you, somebody should be there. For somebody, everybody is facing somebody else, right? You have got a company there. You can face one or two people if you are too strong. Don't worry. Now, those people who are looking to me, to this side, say this class is useless. All these communication skill, personality, all useless. Correct, no? What is that you are going to say? Tell me. Class is? Tell me what is that?